So check this out, some really big garage sale finds, including this big box of awesomeness. This entire box is filled with big box PC games. These seem to be in pretty good, hopefully complete condition. Deus Ex that opens up so you can kind of get an inside look at it. The manual and all sorts of other paperwork. Dig from LucasArts, a deep space adventure. In the dead of space, something is alive. Opens up. Got a reference guide and everything else, including this adventure magazine. Zork Nemesis. Grew up playing all text Zork. This is slightly different. Clearly has some graphics. The actual CD-ROM, but it's there. Pretty cool. Obsidian from Sega Soft. Has the discs and all the paperwork. This is Quake 2. Hopefully this one's worth a little bit more. Got the manual, the case, and it does have the CD. Lighthouse, The Dark Being, Fantasy Adventure, the manual, and the 2 discs. And not that it's all that exciting, but they do have their inside kind of pieces. These are well taken care of. The game that arguably started it all off, Broderbund's Myst. Got the classic journal, 3 hints inside. Myst paraphernalia, the actual game. Totally unauthorized Myst solutions. Nemesis, Wizardry. 5 discs. Some secret document, tour guide, manual, product showcase from 1996, Pandora Directive, 6 discs, and a user's guide. Crazy box, Messiah, third-person action genre has a new savior. Looks kind of crazy. 2 discs, user's manual. This is what it looks like inside. Quinn, Tomb of the Middle Kingdom. The better Myst than Myst itself. Very Myst-like. Looks like it's all about solving puzzles. Huge adventure log. Another classic, Myst 3 Exile. Little damage to the box. Got the user's manual, all 4 discs, and Macintosh OS X user. Sorry, but you're SOL. Mummy, Tomb of the Pharaoh, starring Malcolm McDowell. Not sure who he is. Some really great artwork. Classic Space Invaders, though I think they've probably messed it up. I'll take the old school version. Myst 4 Revelation. This is a lot smaller than some of the other big boxes. This must be one of the newer ones that the guy had. This is exclusively on DVD. Has the manual and the 2 DVDs. Frankenstein Through the Eyes of the Monster, starring Tim Curry. Between Life and Death, Man and Monster. Got the disc, got the instruction manual, and it's got the full-blown official strategy guide. Descent 3, long-awaited sequel to the #1 hit. This one's got all sorts of extra paperwork, but what it doesn't have is the disc itself. That's a bummer. Half-Life, Game of the Year edition. Best 3D action game ever made. This one does have the disc and the manual. Phantasmagoria, Puzzle of Flesh. Intense content not for someone under 17 with nudity and sex. Provocative frontal nudity. Guess that's some of the sex that they're talking about. All sorts of promotional material, all 5 discs, and the manual. Shivers and Shivers 2 by Sierra. When there's a second one, you're hoping for the best, that these are good. Has the CD-ROM, and Shivers 2 has the additional bonus audio CD. This one makes me chuckle. 3D Ultra Pinball Creep Night. Spine-tingling pinball excitement. I'm really not sure how you make pinball all that exciting. Got the disc and everything else. #1 best-selling pinball series. The Forgotten, It Begins. Time of adventure, a time of romance, and a time of magic. Has the disc, clue booklet, as well as the user's manual. Lightbringer, lead the first manned mission to Mars. Prepare yourself for an exhilarating adventure. Got all 5 discs, user's manual, and a software catalog. The Journeyman Project 2, Buried in Time, the epic time travel adventure. Got all 3 discs, a summer 1995 catalog, and the instruction booklet. Milo, Find the Key to the Universe. Secrets of an Ancient Civilization Await. This has the disc and the manual only. Time-lapse, Ancient Civilization, A Link to Atlantis. GTE Entertainment is kind of strange. The official strategy guide. This is the full user's manual. And it's got the discs in there. It's also got a catalog. BSE, Welcome to the Future, the most incredible alternative reality adventure ever. The CD and a small user's manual. That's kind of eye-catching. Sanitarium. Is this a nightmare? Am I insane? Is this reality? Maybe this is death. Maybe hard to tell. This is almost like embossed, and it's got this really cool finish to it. A manual and 3 discs. Legacy of Time, computer games, 5 stars, best adventure title. Hopefully this is worth something. Cool graphics again. All sorts of paperwork and 4 discs. Beyond Atlantis, your journey awaits. The usual paperwork. As I go through this, I think about the thousands of hours I spent coming up with these ideas, programming them, packaging them, selling them. It's crazy. The Last Express from Broderbund. Love that company. Lode Runner, Choplifter. This one seems a little bit different than the other ones, less fantasy-based. I don't know if it's a murder mystery kind of thing. Danger in Every Destination. The usual paperwork, including a large user's manual. Phantasmagoria, Roberta Williams, winner of Editor's Choice PC Games, Best New Adventure Game from Game Magazine. Doesn't mean it's worth something, but this has to win for the most CDs. It actually has its own little kind of booklet, and it's got 7 CDs in here. So there's a ton of obviously graphic, content for it to have that much. Can you imagine flipping out every one of these CDs? Riven, the sequel to Myst. Fantastic graphics. Got all sorts of extra troubleshooting guides, manuals, the 5 discs. And this is Artifacts. Gan's Dagger, Bolos, Scribe's Robe and Hood for $125. The Hunting Sickle for $149. Catherine's Dress and Vest. Moity's Knife. Gen's Gun. I just looked this stuff up on eBay. I can't find any listings, nor can I find anything sold. So this is accounting software, which is boring as all get out. But I love that it includes this manual. Like, what the heck? And it's got this whole catalog for buying forms to avoid the tax crunch. That's not enough, you need another one. My God, things were complicated back then. This may win for best packaging. I have no idea if it's a good game, but look at that thing, 3D coming right at you. That's so cool. And it's the second one. Apparently this is based on the artwork of H.R. Giger, if that's how you say it. It's kind of fantastic. So it's got that, it's got the disc. Extreme Pinball. The greatest pinball game of all time. It's got the manual and the disc. So I got this interesting little story. It was returned. The reason, didn't like. And they bought Jeopardy instead. Bought it for $52 originally, back in 1995. Rama, apparently associated with Arthur C. Clarke. There's some kind of exclusive interview and one full chapter from his upcoming novel, 3001. Nothing can prepare you for this game. Epic science fiction game based on the critically acclaimed Rama series. Arthur C. Clarke is your personal guide during key moments. Got the manual, some extras, and all 3 discs. The crystal key unlocked the secret. It's got a die cut thing there. Step through the gateway. That very much looks like Myst. Got the manual and the 2 discs. Descent 3 Mercenary, an expansion pack to the award-winning Descent 3. What the back looks like. The CD and the user's manual. Makes sense to sell some of these together, like Descent 3 and the expansion pack. The 2 pinball games, though I don't think anybody's getting too excited about those. Shivers and Shivers 2. Phantasmagoria, It's Only a Nightmare, and Phantasmagoria, A Puzzle of Flesh. And then Myst, basically Myst 1, 2, 3, and 4. I may actually keep these. I loved Myst especially. That was kind of the first fantasy game that I played, and I actually really enjoyed it. I thought the artwork on all of them was great. I never played number 4, so I may just keep those. Artwork is fantastic. This was quite the garage sale find. I paid about $25 for it. By my calculation, by adding up the different comps, this is worth over $1,100. That is a very rough estimate. I was using some comps for new when mine are not new. Sometimes there are even no sold comps. So it would be very difficult to get full price for all of these things. Some of they probably wouldn't even sell even after months. But there are some that are definitely worth quite a bit of money. Darkseed is about $130, worth the most. Deus Ex is about $120. Dig is about $100. And then there's a number of them for like $40 or $50. I'd like to keep them together and sell them as one big lot, but we'll see if I can get a buyer for that. There were a handful of kind of boring ones. Mahjong Masters 2. Act, work virtually anywhere. Success in French. Win fax. Hassle-free faxing. Oh boy, I miss fax machines. Print artist. Thanks for watching, and please consider subscribing. Remember, a thumbs up never hurt no one.